Hello, my name is Tony Lajeunesse, CEO and President of TL Financial Group. Today's May 2021 vlog is titled 5 Questions to Ask Yourself Before Retirement. Retirement planning takes on an added urgency the closer you get to leaving your job. Imagine your future by looking at these major factors: housing, activities, lifestyle, life expectancy, and unexpected events. Let's first start with cash flow planning. The first step in any retirement income plan is to envision your retirement and make some decisions about how you're going to live. This in turn is going to inform your budget and your retirement income plan. Developing a cash flow plan is very important to determine what your expected income is going to be. A cash flow plan takes into consideration your estimated Social Security benefits, your pension, your investment income, spousal benefits, income from investments, pretty much all of your available resources. It then illustrates what your after-tax income will be once you retire. You need to know this before you retire. If the numbers don't support the life that you have in mind, now is the time to find out. Adjustments can always be made, whether it means working a little bit longer now or in order to avoid working later, or scaling back your lifestyle in order to retire a little sooner. But what you want to avoid, and why you are going through this exercise in the first place, is to have the proper expectation for your retirement income and therefore avoid any unpleasant surprises. The more accurately you can analyze your cash flow, the more likely you are to create a retirement income plan that will help sustain you throughout life. Cash flow planning is the first step in setting up the right expectation in retirement, whether you're 1 year or even 10 years away from retirement. Now is the time to plan. Next, where will you live? The answer to this question affects not only housing costs, but other living costs as well. Whether you choose to move or stay put, consider these following things: proximity to your children and grandchildren. If you live far away from the kids, you'll need to build travel costs into your budget and have extra space in your home for when your family comes to visit. Affordability. Many people opt for more affordable living costs when they retire. Key factors in assessing a location's living costs are the price of housing, the cost of food, utilities and transportation, and taxes: state income tax, property tax, and sales tax. Employment and business opportunities. If you plan to work during retirement, consider the job market for the type of work that you want to do, or the business climate if you plan on starting a new business. And then travel plans. If travel is expected to play a big part in your retirement plans, you might opt for an inexpensive condo near the airport with no plants or pets, at least until the desire for travel subsides. If and when it does, you can reconsider the housing question over again. And lastly, general preferences. Otherwise, consider the classic criteria for choosing a retirement location. These include climate, culture, and recreational opportunities, access to medical care, and other lifestyle issues. So, what will you do? How you plan to spend your time in retirement will largely determine how much income you'll need. One way to look at this is to ask if your anticipated activities will add to the expense side or the income side of your retirement budget. Expense generating activities, so the classic life of leisure, can be expensive. Unless you plan to spend your days reading or walking and visiting with friends, you may be facing higher than anticipated costs for travel and hobbies and entertainment. Even classic low-cost activities such as gardening have anticipated expenses. So this is not to say you shouldn't enjoy yourself during retirement. It's just to say that these expenses will have to be factored into your budget. That is why cash flow planning is so important. Income generating expense or activities. If you like to work, why not make that one of your primary activities during retirement. It'll save money on hobbies and entertainment and generate income to boot. Even volunteer work pays off if it keeps you engaging in inexpensive activities. If one of your goals is to start a business in retirement, hopefully it will count as an income generating activity, but you may need to prepare for several years to start up for expenses before the business becomes profitable. So, how well will you live? Living well is in the mind of the beholder. As you contemplate retirement, consider how you will live your life, the simple life. Some retirees look forward to scaling back in retirement in order to reduce expenses and have what they would deem a very rich life. Grow your own vegetables, prepare meals at home, ride your bike, take long walks, read good books. You can do a lot with a little. Whether it arises from a lifestyle of choice or financial need, the simple life holds appeal for many. Or you may choose the high life. On the other hand, some retirees who have been chained to an office for several decades may see retirement as their chance to live it up. Backed by a healthy retirement account and the income to support their chosen lifestyle, they may eat out more, take more vacations, explore expensive hobbies, and generally live their version of the retirement dream. So, how long do you expect to live? And this is the million-dollar question that, if answerable, would make retirement planning so much easier. Unfortunately, people are often misled by tables that show the median life expectancy. That is, the age at which the population is already dead and the other half is alive and kicking and requiring ongoing income to stay that way. It has virtually no bearing on the individual's true life expectancy. The conservative route is to plan for retirement income to last until at least age 95 or 100. The goal is to not run out of money. And lastly, what surprises does life hold in store for you? What unexpected events might you anticipate as you move through life? Your health, your genes, your health history, and your lifestyle may provide some clues as to how your health will hold up as you grow older. But this is always a wild card in retirement planning. Fortunately, Medicare and supplemental insurance can take care of major costs. Ironically, the healthier you are, the more likely you're going to need long-term care later on in life, as the frailties that come with natural aging prevent you from performing activities of daily living, such as bathing and dressing. It is often the oldest one who needs the custodial care at the end of life, and Medicare does not pay for that. Your family. You never know when a family member might need your help. If your parents are still living, one or both might need a personal or financial support as they age. And your children aren't immune to life's surprises either. A job loss, a divorce, a health shock could send them for help just when you think life is on an even keel. On the bright side, another grandchild or three could demand resources from you in a good way, depending on how generous you want to be. The economy. Some say the financial crisis of 2008 was predictable. Others say they never saw it coming. The lesson that came out of that is that anything can happen, including events beyond our wildest imagination, like COVID last year. Adaptability is the key to managing life and money in the 21st century. Pay attention and be ready to respond. And lastly, disasters. Are you prepared for the unexpected? Floods, fires, hurricanes, tornadoes, and earthquakes are all part of life and usually hit us when we least expect it. Be prepared as best as you can by keeping your insurance policies paid up and have a disaster kit ready to go. I hope you found this information helpful. When preparing for retirement, the first step is setting up your cash flow analysis. That in turn is going to help you set you up with the proper expectation and the proper budget for retirement. Thanks for watching. And as always, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Thank you.